3 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, real time. You don't always know what it is, I mean, because you got TV timeouts and that type of thing. So our kids understand, how we're playing, and I'm saying every player on our roster and understands, what the flow of the game typically is. Offensively, if we're not picking up the first down, obviously that can be a quick change and something you don't want to do offensively because you want to go score, and obviously you want to give your defense a little bit of time to make some adjustments on the sideline too.
Coach, a couple things with Hendon. Any lingering issues with whatever was going in the game on Saturday with Hendon?
He was out there today and looked good, so we anticipate having no problems.
And the final 8 minutes of the game, you're up 17. It gets down to the final play. What did you not like about how you guys kind of closed out the game with the lead?
Yeah, I mean, offensively, you want to finish out the 4-minute drive when we had the football and be able to be in a position to take a knee and end the game with us on the field offensively. And defensively, we just didn't do the things that you need to at the end. And that's tight coverage, just being able to affect the quarterback and get off the football field. And, there's some things that we got to do better. Handle the last play the right way. BYU was able to get some pressure on the quarterback. Obviously, special teams, onside kick, you don't want to give those up. You're putting yourself in a susceptible position right there. So there's things in finishing out the game that we have to do a better job, and that's our entire football team. It's not just one player or one unit.
Josh, how well is Omari Thomas playing right now, and what was key for his development over the offseason?
I'm sorry, I missed the
Omari Thomas, just how well is he playing right
now? Has been probably as consistent as anybody has been in the interior. Continuing to change his body has allowed him to be more explosive, play in a better football position, play with better fundamentals and technique, the duration of a football game. His continued growth as a leader has been important inside of our defensive line room. And, he's continually getting better and doing a better job of snagging off and making plays in the run game and being able to push and affect the pocket and create some big plays there too.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned the golf team off the top, and there's a lot of other programs that are, finding a lot of success and now competing for championships here at the University of Tennessee. I just wanted to ask you, what's your excitement for the future of Tennessee athletics as a lot of these programs achieve such success?
Yeah, I just this is this brand as an athletic department and as a university too. I think this is a great time to be in Knoxville, and the passion of our fan base is felt by obviously our football program, but it's felt by everybody. And there's a ton of excitement that surrounds Knoxville, state of Tennessee, and Vol Nation, and that creates an energy that helps us recruit great players. And I'm talking every program. When it's going good, your logo is in front of everybody all year long, 365 days out of the year, and success breeds success across the board. And I think it's really unique that within our athletic department, you have a close-knit group of coaches that truly care about each other and genuinely are excited when the other one is successful. And all of that parlays itself into us continuing to build and be able to chase championships, not just as a football program, but as an entire athletic department. And it's a lot of fun. You guys are in here enough. You see, student athletes from every sport that are walking in here, and the energy is different than when I first got here inside of the building, and you can feel that. It's because of the atmosphere that's been created across all the sports.
Josh, were you pleased with how everybody around Hendon kind of stepped up? With Cedric wasn't there, that's a big loss. A couple of targets went to the running backs, to the tight ends. Everybody kind of elevated the play. And secondly, what'd you think of that catch from Ramel Keaton?
Yeah. Saturday was a great example of, this being the greatest team sport there is, and the next man inevitably is going to have to step up. And you saw that in multiple ways throughout the course of the game. Ramel's catch is a great example, but that's just one play that he made on Saturday. Greatest tribute you can give to him, man, is there wasn't anything that was different about what we did. And you could see the trust that Hendon had in him. And when the ball went his way, he came away with it and made plays on the catch, but then after the catch too. And his play down the sideline was a huge turning point in the football game, allowed us to be aggressive in the 2-minute situation and go get points, able to flip the scoreboard there with a 14-point swing.
Brandon,
Coach, for the last couple of weeks, when asked about your secondary, you've mentioned a couple different times tightening up their coverage. Is that them not playing with confidence? Is that them not understanding? Why is the secondary not playing as tight a coverage
It's
as you
just
would
being a
like?
little bit better in fundamentals technique, having their eyes in the right place, and understanding situational football. It's things that they can and will do here as we continue to move.
Coach, Joshua Josephs and Tyree West both get some pretty significant action in a big spot. How did you evaluate how
I
those two
thought they
kids
played really well. Gap integrity in the run game, and being able to affect the quarterback in some of the passing situations. Tyree had some tackles that were behind the line of scrimmage, and I think those guys are going to continue to grow here as we go. We're deeper and able to play more guys. Are able to play harder for longer and play at a higher level. Those two guys continued growth here. Something I'm really excited about seeing here on the back 2/3 of the season.
Josh, if you could think back to the way Hendon sort of played early last year, right? When you go to him there the third or fourth game and where he is now, how much of a different level is he playing at now, and how much room is there still to grow for him? Because statistically, the numbers don't get much better.
Yeah, there's still room for him to grow. He would say and echo the same thing. But it's awesome that we can see the growth of him, but you guys can see it too. And this game's really hard. Playing that position is really hard. The decisions you got to make, the ability to do that in the run game and the pass game, way he's using his feet. Sometimes it looks easy because they're playing at a really high level. It's not easy, and he's just in so much command of what we're doing. He understands the why behind everything, and that's a big part of it.
Coach, you've had some guys that have made some mistakes in games and come back and made some key plays. Obviously, Trey Flowers against Pitt, and then Princeton Fant had the fumble and then the critical pickup on third down. Just what's that say about guys like that coming out and just your trust in them as well?
Yeah, I think it does show trust by our entire coaching staff because they've earned that trust. Two, I think it's a mentality, attitude, to have the ability to reset, and I think that speaks to some of the growth inside of our program and the growth of our players individually, that they have the ability to reset. This game's going to have a bunch of ups and downs. It ain't going to be perfect. And our players have understood that and have been able to reset and go compete. And the look in their eye on Saturday when it wasn't going good, or, against Pitt, it doesn't waver, it doesn't change, and that speaks to some of the maturity of our football team.
Josh, I know you guys will do some LSU work later in the week, but what are some of your early observations on the LSU Tigers?
Yeah, they're long, they're athletic, defensively, multiple in what they do. Offensively, have some skill players that can affect the game, and so it's a good football team. Okay, appreciate it, guys.